Hey, Divine Masculines. Told you I was going to get your reading. Forgive the attire. I didn't get changed. I'm wearing a t-shirt. My hair's in crazy braids. But don't worry about it. It doesn't matter, right? I'll leave the sexy looking stuff to you guys. So I was getting kind of several stories for you guys. There's a Divine Masculine that's on the precipice of... Oh, it's so weird. It's almost like this karmic energy, but I'm doing the work. So I'm going to therapy, or I'm eating healthy. I'm doing all the things I need to do to vibrate higher. So I'm seeing that energy a lot with some masculines. So I'm not going to say divine, or because this was really weird, the energy I was getting. I was getting like kind of 3 stories for you guys, and it's like 3 phases that the divine masculines are in. And one of them is that, excuse me, that I'm still doing the work, and I'm evolving, and I'm growing, and I'm learning, and I'm, I mean, it's just, the title Divine Masculine, I don't know. All I know is that maybe there were some karmic attributes, or at the very least, you're trying to release some old patterns and toxic traits, and clearing your energy, and you're starting to understand energy more. So I dig it. I mean, you guys are doing what you need to do. You're doing the work. However, I do feel that there's going to be this kind of push-pull, this tug-of-war between the light and darkness within you. And so there's going to be times when you're going to be like, F it. I'm doing this, and I don't give a shit, and you might revert, is what I heard. They were saying, there might be times when you're going to revert, or you're going to go back to some toxic traits or behaviors. But again, it's a learning process. And, my spirit guides were saying how the only thing that's going to be hard about this is that you may unintentionally, or I don't know, maybe intentionally, they kind of made it seem like a little bit of both, hurt other people in your healing process. And, that's something you shouldn't really do, obviously. I mean, you can't, you want to be destructive, do it to yourself, don't do it to other people. You want to be, it's just like taking responsibility. And so Spirit just wanted to make that clear that, look, while you're going through this process of changing and shifting and growing, which we are so proud of you for having the courage to do this, please realize, don't leave a wake of people in your trail. You have to be considering other people and their feelings, or at least at the very least they're saying own up to when you do make a mistake, own up to when you did wrong. And come on, guys, we all know right from wrong. I don't give a shit. I mean, that's just moral code. We do know this. So that's one scenario that I had for a divine masculine who's not a divine masculine yet, but dealing with their karmic cycles, closing out some karmic cycles, and vibrating higher to surpass the karmic cycles. And look, we all deal with karmic cycles. Divines even deal with them. Things do come back. We're never perfect, obviously. We're continuously learning lessons. We are continuously evolving, that sort of thing. I'm also getting, the next scenario I got is that someone is a divine masculine, but with a karmic partner. So this is tricky, because I kind of feel like they're evolving and growing and shifting, or they're already there, but they're dealing with a karmic partner. And so it's a bit of an anchor. It's a bit of it's a bit debilitating. It's a bit restrictive. The desire for this divine masculine who is with this karmic partner is to leave or escape in some way, or whether it's like if you're married to them, it's divorce, whether it's you're going out with them, you're ending the relationship, but you're just noticing or seeing. And I don't think, honestly, I'm getting like this has been going on for years. So, but some of you could just be noticing the red flags, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, like what am I doing with this person? They're not even at my level, and it's not that it's a judgment. It's more like I can't help them to grow. They have to do that on their own. And if you're already at this level and you're waiting for someone else to catch up, it can be a bit of an anchor. Even though I feel like a lot of you did try to help this karmic partner, they went to a place of the ego and so they got defensive, or they felt that you were judging them. It's that kind of a vibe. I mean, you can't win in that situation, really. I mean, you really can't. Sometimes, as we vibrate higher, people tend to leave us. And it's, and then they make it feel like, they'll do some kind of narcissistic traits as a defense mechanism and say, oh, you're toxic, or so there'll be a lot of mirroring. Then they'll come back in for another cycle of love bombing and, mirroring and deflecting. And then here you are like, dude, man, I'm just doing me, I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't need this shit. So it's about making a choice, Spirit is saying. It's not to say that you can't help them. Oh, God, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't think you should. It's not to be mean or anything. It's just like, why? I mean, it's like you're explaining, would you explain yourself to an ant? No. Would you, if you're in 12th grade, are you going to hang out with a kindergartner? No. I mean, maybe you'd be there as someone for them to look up to, and maybe they're going to mimic you or in some way. But I think to have a relationship with a karmic partner is not going to be of any service whatsoever. And it could be also, and don't take defense when I say this, guy. This is Spirit. This isn't me. So don't take defense. But it's almost like Spirit's telling me maybe our divine masculines stay with the karmic because they don't want a divine match who is going to challenge them. I mean, nothing for nothing, but sometimes you guys don't want that. You don't want someone at your level sometimes. Sometimes you could, because, hey, or if they're better, say, not better, you know what I mean, if they're vibrating higher, maybe they're a little more articulate or more intelligent or quick-witted, or they know more about a subject than you, and, next thing you know, as a divine masculine, you're feeling emasculated. So, they're saying don't do that, because what you're doing is basically lowering your vibration, and that it's really, oh my God, I have squirrel, oh my God, the squirrel got in there. Hold on, you guys. Get out of there! Get! Oh, little shit! How dare you? What? The squirrel got in there. Where? In the birdhouse. I feed you guys peanuts every day. Alright. I have a video going on and they're gonna hear all this about the squirrel. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason this happened with the squirrel. I just had this squirrel. He's driving me crazy. He steals all my nuts up for the birds, and I put it in a place. He is very smart, though, I have to say. All right, sorry about that. This is what happens when you live out in the country. Okay, so it's all about, if you're going to be with a divine feminine, it's not going to be challenging. You've met someone who can keep up with you and keep up with the pace. You met someone that you can have those deep conversations with, that you can relate to on this journey with. And it's not to say you have to, do everything together or learn, it's not like that. But what I am getting is that some of you are staying in a karmic relationship, not because you have to, but because you want to, because it's easier. And it does give some of you that kind of brawn feeling of being, better than them, which is ego, right? So, there's some challenges, but I'm not too worried about it. I just feel that, God, I just feel like some of you, because I'm getting this kind of empty, sorrowful feeling of, not really being connected, if you guys are in a relationship, say. Not really being fully connected with that person, and it hurts, or it's like, I feel like something's missing, and something is missing, your divine counterpart. So, and then I was getting also that some of my divine masculines, who are from the first lot, the ones who are healing, did have an opportunity to be with a divine feminine, but they're pissed off at them because they were challenging them and they didn't like it. They were challenging them to get out of their comfort zones. They were challenging them, maybe not even by doing anything other than existing. And I feel like that bothered this divine masculine. Like there was anger attached to it. It's like, you know, you're trying to push my healing, or you're trying to force me to do something I don't want to do, and I don't like all these, you know, you're putting deadlines on me and crap like that. I mean, I'm not even going to get into my situation, but something like that similar happened. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not doing any of that. I matched your energy to show you. That's another thing Spirit wanted me to say. If you encountered a divine feminine, they will match your energy to show you how you are behaving, and you're not going to like it. And so the minute that they sense, because the divine feminine is not going to put up with that nonsense. They see right through it. They're going to play along with the game to see how far you've come and how much you have grown. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, games, who wants to play? It's not games in that sense. What I mean is that if you're playing games, they're going to match your game to show you how you're behaving. So I'm just saying, divine masculines, you know, if you're in the healing place where you're still doing some karmic stuff and you're trying to heal and push through it, whatever the reasons may be, there's no judgments here, but the fact of the matter is, don't get pissed off at a divine feminine who shows you your shit and mirrors it back to you and says, this is what you're doing, and I don't like it, and I don't have to put up with it. So you are going to have to, you're going to see, if you encounter a divine feminine, she will challenge you, and she will say exactly what is on her mind. I mean, a lot of men, divine masculines, you know, some of you, you know, the ego gets in the way, and then you shut down and you clam up, and, you know, you're all about the love bombing in the beginning. And this isn't really a divine masculine. This is someone who's progressing to be a divine masculine, who's really working on themselves. This is more of a karmic male. But, you know, those narcissistic traits, whether they're borderline or full-fledged, doesn't freaking matter, because you could bring that to a divine feminine and she's going to see right through it, and it's not going to work on her. That's why you guys stay with your karmics. They're just easier to trick, easier to fool. So, and this isn't necessarily about karmic masculines right now. This is about karmics who are evolving into their divine masculine. Now, as far as the divine masculines go, I feel like a lot of you are in a great place right now. Most of you will probably find your divine counterpart by the end of 2027 is what I'm hearing. And then I'm also getting something about how work and business will, I was getting this feeling like maybe it was a little stagnant for you guys. But I think it's almost like, Spirit's making me feel like it's just like, you know that game, it's an old game, I'm showing my age here, it's called Perfection. It's like, it's just making the pieces fit. But it's stressful because you know you need to get it done quickly, or else it's going to explode, or it's going to pop. Just look up Perfection. You'll know what I mean. And, or maybe it's a Spirit saying, stop trying to be a perfectionist, and just be okay with how things are flowing. Let things flow the way they're supposed to. That could be it too. But anyway. I do feel like business and business dealings are going to improve greatly over the course of the year. So I don't want you to worry about that. Money will be fine. I mean, you're working on it. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. I do feel like a lot of you are having trouble. If you already have your divine feminine, great, good for you. But if you don't, again, we're going to revert back to what I was saying about the divine masculine with the karmic partner. So you might be dealing with that. Nothing for nothing, but maybe just let that relationship go. If it's already having problems and you're noticing nothing's changing or shifting or growing, and then just be, work on yourself, get back onto you, get back to your spiritual practice, get back to your workouts, whatever it was you were doing before this karmic person came into your life. They have lessons to learn. They're not there yet. And you really don't want that energy to be draining you when you're here doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. So it's hard, I know. And believe me, it's a lonely, I'm single, I get it. It's a lonely path when you're single and you can't find your DM. Although, I don't like to talk about my personal life too much, so we'll talk about that maybe another time. Probably never. It's none of anybody's business. But anyway, it's all good on my end, so no worries. Okay, so, yeah. I want to just go back to the Divine Masculines that are healing real quick. I mean, I'm only going to do 30 minutes. I did 30 minutes for the Divine Feminine. That's another thing. Please watch that video because, listen, we have both male and female aspects within us, so it would probably benefit you to watch my Divine Feminine read. Although the video got screwed up, it's but it doesn't matter. The mess, you can still hear my voice. Just doesn't match my my lips. So okay, okay. So I wanted to get back to the. And I know this is a little all over the place. I apologize, but that's how my guides are. They're a little... They want to get back to the karmic working on himself to be a divine. So now, I feel like what happened was that possibly you were in... And remember, guys, it's a collective reading. It's not going to fit everybody's situation. But I do feel like some of you were in a toxic relationship. And this relationship ended maybe about 6 months to a year ago. And it's either by, or it could be happening right now, death, desertion, or divorce is what I keep, the 3 Ds. So either someone crossed over, either someone left, or somebody got divorced, or these things are happening right now. I don't wish death on anybody, but look, it's life. We all have our time when the time comes. But regardless, outside of all that, those 3 things are what were the catalyst to your healing, or to your reflection of the self, and to the inner workings that make you, you know? This is deep. This is more like someone who's kind of... I mean, if you're going through therapy, good for you, but it's almost like delving into my own psyche and doing the shadow work and being in a desert period, and believe me, I get it. I've been there. And reflecting on things from your past, even childhood maybe. It could go as far as that. But, and really beginning to understand who I am and what I am and how others see me. I'm also getting that if you have been in touch with people from your past, they are bringing up stories about you that you don't even remember because, okay, Spirit's just chiming in. They're saying the narrative, your perspective and their perspective of you are completely different. And the narrative is not the same. I mean, that could mean a lot of things. But I mean, everybody's perspectives are different. I mean, you could see a situation way differently than somebody else, obviously. But it's more like, how did I hurt them? How did they react? How did I react? It's like that, very emotional. I'm getting a lot of water here and a lot of fire. So if you're a water or a fire sign, this could be you. But I am getting that there's something about my childhood or my past or even just my past in general and my behavior patterns that I'm recognizing and I'm really trying to fix. And I love you guys for that. That's amazing. Keep doing it. Do not judge yourself. It is a process. It is not an easy one. And I commend you. I really, truly do. So, but the thing is, we have to talk about this. And I'm not trying to lecture anybody, trust me. We got to talk about the sex stuff because there's something going on here where we're using sex as a band-aid, and you can't be doing that, okay? It's not a fix. So, you have to realize when you orgasm and you give away your seed, like Johnny Appleseed, you're spreading your energy everywhere, and it's depleting you. I know in your mind you're like, that sounds great. No, it's not great. It's really not, because if you really practice tantra, or if you were connected to someone who was like a divine feminine or whatever, it could be divine feminine, masculine, doesn't matter. There's no gender situations. Look, man, I'm sorry, I'm a product. I'm Gen X, okay? I'm still learning all that stuff. So don't get mad at me. You guys just put the energy where it fits, male, female, okay? But I'm getting more like, a love connection or a sexual connection or sexual union can be a very powerful thing. It is an exchange of energy. And it can be so beautiful with the right person and the right energy. But when you're just banging just to get your nut off, I mean, that's gross, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to judge. But I'm not saying that about the sex. I mean, you want to have sex, great. But at least make it count, it's energy. It means something, Make love. Have great sex, too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm kind of feeling a lot of you are you're being flippant about it. And you're just... I mean, what do you, like, is it like you keeping score or something? It's kind of gross. Like, Spirit keeps showing me like a check mark. Well, okay, did that one. Like, there's somebody in here in this energy that's treating sex like it's like I'm gaining power over the people I'm having sex with, or I'm draining them of their energy, when in fact, in truth, it's the opposite. It really is the opposite. You're losing energy, you're draining your own energy, and you're giving away your power very easily. Now, I knew a guy who practiced. I always called it tantra, but he was just like, no, this is just what I do. He called it recycling. So he wouldn't have sex sometimes for a long time, a couple of months. Now it sounds crazy. For whoever's watching, to you, that may sound crazy. But he would call it cycling, and he would say what it taught me was how to control my orgasm so that I lasted longer. And he's like, and I honestly was really, whoever I was with, I was only with them. So it was kind of a form of monogamy, whether or not the relationships lasted or not. But he did say that they were long relationships. And so he learned how to do that simply by not spreading his seed to every, Tom, Dick, and Sally out there. You know what I mean? You just gotta reel it in. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. No thanks. Goodbye. Okay. So they are saying, please practice safe sex. Please be discerning about the people you're having sex with. Please, don't do, because I just heard Tinder, and it's funny, because I was talking to, my high school sweetheart. Like, he kept saying something about swipe right, so I'm like, what is that? I'm like, is that, because I've never been on dating apps. Never, ever will I ever go on a dating site. I think I tried to do it once, and I just shut it down completely, because it was like an attack. I'm like, oh my God, no thanks. It's not for me. For some people it works, and some people meet the love of their lives, and blah, blah, blah. But let's face it, come on, Tinder? Or what's the other one? There's another one. I was like, called Grindr? Ew. Like, why is it called Grindr? I don't know. I think we do know. That's the problem. So I'm kind of getting this energy of like, maybe it's time to just focus on your healing. And then when you're healed, then you'll be able to be in a relationship, or if you're not looking for a relationship, at least be mindful about the sexual energy that you're exchanging. Okay? That's all I can say. I know that sounded so judgy. I'm like, God's, my poor son. When he gets older, I'll be like, I don't know, buddy. Don't do that one. It's all good. And also, obviously, be safe. Use protection. Don't be, what do they call it? Raw dogging it? Gross. Don't be doing that. That's crazy. I mean, seriously. Oh, they look good. How do you know? You don't know. So, Spirit's just saying, be careful, please. Be careful. All right. I think after that little sexual lecture, what else can we talk about? Okay, so spiritually, I do see a lot of you are, there's another period of, I don't know, it's, because the new moon's coming up, and I keep drawing a new moon. So there could be something happening around the new moon. Maybe there's something that you feel that you need to do, like make amends or apologize, or it's almost like in order for me to get over this bump in the road or get over this last hurdle, I have to apologize to some people, or at least make sure we're good, But you know what, masculines, look, man, it depends on what you did, I guess, but in truth, the only thing that you need to do is change your behavior. If it's that bad, the only thing that's going to make a divine feminine or another divine happy is seeing changed behavior. Because you could say all the right things that you want, but that's not going to work this time, I feel. I'm getting this feeling of like, if there's somebody that you need to make amends with, they're just like, oh God, here we go again. It's just going to be the same old bullshit. It's another trick, or it's a lie, or there's something about trust here. A trust has been broken, or something happened, or something occurred where somebody showed their shit, and they messed with another divine, And now that divine's just like closing the door, because that's what divines do. You don't waste their time. You don't fuck with them. It doesn't matter how messed up you are. Don't take that shit to their door. You should have came correct the first time around. So, if there is somebody that you feel you need to apologize to, I am getting that they're willing to hear you out, but I don't know if it's going to progress anywhere other than possible friendship. If you're lucky, you get that. I don't know. I'm not getting anything other than that. So, and it doesn't matter, because maybe it just wasn't meant to be. I'm kind of feeling like, if you're not vibrating at the same level, what point does it make? You'll find somebody that's at your level. They'll find somebody that's at their level. Or maybe it's just time for you masculines to kind of be on your own for a bit until you're ready, like really ready. If a relationship's what you want. Look, not everybody wants that. Some people are very happy being single. Some people are very content with being single. But sooner or later, I kind of feel like once you guys feel like you've done the work and you're in this better place, you're going to want to be connected to somebody. And then love is possible. First, work on self-love. Self-love, self-care. You know, I feel like you're doing the work. I feel like you're doing everything you can to improve your life and make things flow better. That's my little man over there. Okay, we're almost out of time, so I hope that reading helped. I don't know if it made sense. I know it was kind of all over the place, but there's some tidbits of wisdom in there somewhere, I think. Okay, well, I love you guys, and I'm going to try and do these readings more and more. I have to shorten them for TikTok, I think, because people want information like this now, you know? All right, love you. Bye.